Don't worry, hindi 'to para sa inyo or hindi 'to para sa kanino. You don't have to agree with me. Para 'to sa'kin, para 'to sa'kin. It was a open letter for myself. If ever na dumating yung maraming taon, lumipas ang maraming taon, I will go back here and, you know, just to remind myself na yun yung decision ko. I've decided that way. So yeah, let's start. Na you should pick your partners like how a smart people should do it. No, and don't try to make papansin here. I realized na one of the most effective way to educate yourself is to educate others. But don't worry, it will never be for you. It's for me. First of all, then, you should treat this as a business. Yeah, as a business because that would be your lifetime partner. Your someone na makakasama mo until the end of the day, until you become so old and napakahina, so thunders. So we should treat this like a very serious matter, y- like business, like how a businessman should do it. For an instance, you're hiring people. Syempre, there would be a job qualification and job position open. So the job position open is that who should I gonna be marry? Who would be my husband? So syempre, dapat may mga qualifications ka. Hindi hindi yung kinilig ka lang, hindi yung nagwapuhan ka lang or something like meron lang, chemistry or something na nag-click lang, oh, yun na agad. Hindi gano'n. Dapat may qualifications ka. Parang ano lang yun, eh, parang kukuha ka ng accountant, alangan naman na ang accountant mo, eh, hindi marunong man lang mag-math, 'di ba? So, hindi ka dapat maglagay ng maling tao sa isang specific na trabaho. Kasi being your husband or being your partner in marriage and life is a job to do, it's a work to do. Ba hindi naman lagi kayong masaya or laging butterflies in the stomach, yung honeymoon phase matatapos din 'yan. So, trabaho siya, so matrabaho. So, kailangan pumili ka ng tao na magtatrabaho to make your life better or to make the marriage work or to make the relationship work. Hindi dapat yung kung ano lang yung potential na nakikita mo kasi ikaw din ano ka, eh, kaya mo makita yung potential ng isang tao, eh. So, dun ka nai-inlove sa potential. Dapat hindi, eh. Dapat kung ano na yung meron siya, dapat dun na. Yun na yun. Wag ka na yung, magiging ano 'to balang araw, sa success 'to balang araw patulan ko 'to or, hindi gano'n. Dapat kung ano na siya, yun na yun. Hindi yung attempt mong baguhin na, babaguhin ko 'to, ano lang 'to. Hindi mo mababago ang tao dahil binuhusan mo lang ng sangkaterbang pagmamahal o sangkaterbang kung ano-ano. Yeah, nagbabago ang tao pero desisyon na nila yun kung magbabago sila o hindi. It's nothing to do with you, it's nothing to do with others. It's their decision, it's their own. First of all, siyempre, tingin ko I have fault din eh kasi I've never attempt to know myself so much. Hindi ko inaral, hindi ko inalam kung sino talaga ako, what would be my qualifications, ano yung mga non-negotiables ko sa hindi. Hindi ako malinaw. So, dapat at the very first place, malinaw ka kung ano yung gusto mo, ano yung ayaw mo. So, alam mo yung hahanapin mo. You're like, having your groceries and wala kang list. Tatagal ka sa grocery store. So, like what your father said, you should know what you're looking for so that mahahanap mo yan. Kasi kung hindi mo naman alam kung ano hinahanap mo, 'di ba? Hindi mo mahahanap yung hinahanap mo. For instance, you want a husband na hindi umaalis. Yeah, that would be another problem with me. Ayoko nang umaalis. So, probably ayoko ng lalaking may trabaho na umaalis ng matagal. So, siguro ang fit sa akin negosyante. Kasi yung negosyante puwedeng kasama mo lang palagi yun lalo na kung dikit ang business niyo. And another thing is ayoko ng lalaking sumisigaw, 'di ba? Yung iba kasi gusto yun, yung iba like ano, sa'kin yung hangga't maaari kahit galit, gusto ko mahina yung boses. Dapat at that moment alam ko na yun, eh. At this time, as this age of mine, dapat alam ko na yung mga hindi ko alam. Ay, alam ko na yung mga hindi ko gusto sa gusto ko so that I know what I gonna be, what I have to look for a man. So, kunwari, nasabi ko na lahat ng gusto ko sa hindi. Kunwari, alam ko na yung mga alam ko sa hindi. Then, after, hindi ko dapat pilitin yung lalaki na gustuhin din yung gusto ko. Pag ganun ang sitwasyon, you don't have to waste your time. Then, hindi ka na kailangang mag-antay ng maraming taon just for that man to change or para lang gawin niya yung gusto mong gawin or pangarapin niya rin yung pangarap mo kasi you would never change a man. And yeah, love is game and we should never hate the player. We should never hate the game. We should play the game. We should know the mechanics of the game so that we could play the game so well. Game lang to eh. Tataya ka, hindi. Talo ka, panalo. Ganun talaga eh. It's number game. Pagdating sa dating, it's number games. Pero, lamang kapag alam mo yung hinahanap mo. If ever you want a businessman, gusto mo ng lalaking businessman, gusto mo ng lalaki na hindi nasigaw, o malumanay lang ang boses, gusto mo ng lalaki mas matalino sa'yo, mas magaling sa'yo, pareho kayo ng pangarap, pareho kayo ng direction. If that would be, for instance, alam ko na yung, na-list ko na yung mga gusto ko sa lalaki. And then, dito na papasok yung dating. Ang dating kasi is a trial for you to check kung siya ba yung fit for the marriage or fit for the job. Yan yung probationary period sa trabaho. So, titingnan mo yung ugali, aaralin mo yung ugali. So, doon na yung nagiging mag-boyfriend, girlfriend. Diba? That's dating phase. But dating phase should never last for 5 years without a ring or without a marriage or without ano. Kasi, yun naman talagang endgame ng dating eh. Kasal. So, dapat bibigyan mo ng ultimatum yung lalaki like within this month, within this year. Pero hindi mo bibigyan ng ultimatum yung lalaki hindi mo naman gustong pakasalan kasi malulugi ka. Kasi pag once you're married, tied up ka na dyan. Utang, pag-aari, income, lahat yun. Tied up ka, natakatali ka na. So, check mo, diba? Pagka hindi pwede or hindi naman siya pasok sa qualifications, then cut the relationship ng mas maaga para hindi ganun kalaki ang casualties. Makikita naman yan eh, within 1 year or within 8 months or within 5 months. Makikita na yan eh, machi-check mo na yan kung pasok ba sa qualifications or hindi. And if ever that you found the one or you found that someone na pasok sa qualification, then may probationary period. Like sabihin natin probationary period is 6 months and 2 years na nakipag-date ka. Then, make him an ultimatum like, dapat within this year, you should marry me or should put a ring on me or else, I'm gonna leave. Kasi, you have no time to waste na. Wala ka na dapat sayangin ng taon na mag-antay ka na naman ng 5 taon, mag-antay ka na naman ng 8 taon o 10 taon para pakasalan. Huwag ka din papayag sa ganong setup kasi ang babae, habang bata, mas okay yan kasi mas mas maganda pa siya. Kabaliktaran yan sa lalaki, mas tumatandang lalaki, mas tumataas ang value nila. Iba siya sa babae. So, dapat merong ultimatum na like this year should marry me. If not, then should end this relationship. Then I gonna find another. For me, para bigyan mo naman ako ng chance na kung hindi ka ganun ka sure sa akin, then I gonna go find another one. That would be the best thing that you should do. Hindi yung mag-antay ka ng antayin mo siya like kinikilig ka lang or something ka lang na may spark. Love is not something na chemistry and spark. For attraction lang yun. For the starting lang yun. Like ang beauty or kagapuhan. Attraction, start lang yun eh. Talaga, ang tumatagal talaga is the compatibility. Yung compatible kayo sa lahat. Sa education, sa pananaw sa buhay, sa pangarap sa buhay. Like, you would see na you're leading on the same direction. Kasi, if you're suffering, hindi naman niya malalaman ng mundo eh. Like, married kayo. tapos hindi ka naman talaga masaya or suffering ka sa loob ng marriage. Kapag nagsumbong ka naman na nagsabi ka naman din, kakahiya ka lang. So, you have to endure na tiisin mo yung hirap na yun for the rest of your life. So, dapat, mas maaga, makita mo na yun, di ba? Para hindi ka naman magdudusa kasi luging-lugi talaga ang babae. Isipin mo, you're gonna be married and that woman, meron na siyang libreng katulong, meron na siyang libreng yaya at asawa at nanay, at di ba? Then, wala ka man lang something in return. So, and another one, wag kang papayag sa live-in setup. Kasi pag live-in setup, most likely, hindi ka napapakasalan ng lalaki. Kapag type mo yung lalaki or may kita mo siya na prospect mo, di ba? Kasi, nagagamit ka na niya bilang katulong, bilang asawa, taga-laba, taga-ano, andun na live-in na So, ano pa yung milestone na kailangan niya pang abutin for the next, ano pa bang i-go sa next level? Eh, ayan na nga. So, most likely, di ka napapakasalan. And, magpakasal ka sa lalaking meron. Like, merong business, may pera, may lupa. Meron na. But if ever magkaletse-letse, di ba, at least, meron ka man lang. Pero, hindi ko masyadong priority yan eh. Mas priority ko yung pareho, compatible ba ang attachment pattern, yung attachment nyo, kung anxious, kung avoidant, you have to check it. Kung narcissist, hindi pwede yung kilig-kilig lang. The attitude, the discipline, and many other more. So, I do hope na I could find that man and be happy for the rest of my life.